Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
So today we're going to be doing a town hall.
Yeah, because the Kickstarter is officially over.
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 So
Sadly,
yeah.
but understandably.
So yeah. Welcome to the podcast from
Well,
Gwendolyn.
we don't usually do the intro. That's
I know,
Jeff.
right? And that's Kyle. So
So yeah, we're moving this a little differently today, but we can still get that intro hit.
yep. When you take the bandage off.
I coconut oil all the way around it right now. It's
Okay,
so,
we're
so
live again.
nice. Oh yeah,
So for
shiny.
those of you who want one, Kyle and I have gotten tattoos of all the racial symbols.
Thanks, Ethan. Much appreciated.
So if you want one,
Yeah.
join us.
Look,
And as always, if you have a question,
ask it out.
ask it out.
All right.
So yeah, we're early today. I don't know if my sound is good right now.
That's looking good.
Yeah, let me come back over here like this.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Okay.
I feel like
So,
hang on. We're gonna kick it back. Keep it easy living today. There we go.
because it's a town hall today.
Oh yeah. Plus, I get to
Easy
show off
like Sunday morning.
my chicken and the corn socks. Yeah,
All right.
it's intentional. My brother has the other pair of each, so he has his chicken and the corn socks. Anyway,
Anyway,
all right. So yeah, the Kickstarter did not get funded.
no, it did not. So, moving forward, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep doing the podcast so that you guys can keep updated with the game itself, and
The world.
eventually when we release the role-playing game you'll have all the information to go to. So we're going to figure out a way to essentially drop ship the game.
Yep.
So like you could order the game from us still, but
You order from us directly and we get it made to order. So every single time that's kind of our thought process. Is we're not going to have them on hand or stockpile. You would buy the game, we get it to the manufacturer, they
yeah,
manufacture the game, we get it shipped to you.
right. So we're working on that,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're working on the role-playing game. And I think we talked about this last time, but we're going to release it for free
Yes.
as just like a wall of text.
We'll have it all in PDF format once we get it cleaned up. We've been working pretty aggressively to get it done. I mean, we're on the podcast, we're fleshing the world out. And before we actually got kicked off today, we were working on the arcane
Right.
because we're going to get a chance for some of our current play testers to go and play in the arcane and see how it stands up with the new system that
Yep.
we have. So it's we're moving fast.
We are. Yeah, we're putting a lot of work into it. So, and I'm developing the character sheet so it's usable. But we want to have the the essence tree, so the three magics for those of you who don't know, go back and watch the magic videos. But we want to have the three basic magic types playable
Before we
when we
actually,
launch it. So
yeah,
you can play as a mundane, you can play as an arcanist, or you can play as an essence wielder.
yep,
So yeah, the arcane one has been interesting.
we've
It's unique.
definitely taken some old systems and we're going to reintroduce them into the arcane because it just makes sense. It felt good. So instead of having a dex pool, you have a different a different pool to play with.
Source. Yeah.
Yeah, a different power source. Um,
Yeah.
which changes. We'll see how it changes the way things ramp around and how it interacts with the essence. So that's why obviously
Yeah.
we're doing this. And then mundane is still in concept phase. We are still putting things together because
Yeah.
how much do we want to introduce? We want to make sure it's fun to play, but it's by this by our world standards, it should not be as strong or on par with Essence or Arcane.
Right. Well, and I mean, in so much as
It
like
should be an answer.
both
Yeah.
both essence and arcanists can use mundane. because everybody has access to mundane. If you don't have either one of the other two, you can use mundane. And so, how do we like why
Balance
it's still
that.
in concept is because if you don't have either one, you could play a mundane character. How would you make that fun if an essence wielder can also use
And an
mundane magic?
arcane wielder, because
You know,
mundane is just the spark of the Savarionite. It's their created magic.
right?
Yep.
And so we got to figure that out.
Because technically, yes, essence is divine power that comes from instinct and is gifted by the moons, effectively.
Yeah,
Then you have the arcane power, which is the ley line magic, which suffuses everything, which is why everything's water themed. And then with mundane, when we're playing with it, it's like, okay, so the power of this is the actual soul of the Savarionite. So
right.
how do we make that?
How do we make that fun so that somebody could play a mundane character and compete with an essence wielder?
Yep,
Because at this point, it's like, why would you not choose essence or arcane?
yep,
You'd be at a disadvantage. So we're figuring that out. So if anybody has any ideas, throw it out.
yeah. We'll incorporate. We'll take a look at it, and
And maybe we'll launch the game with the mundane as like
a bonus book later.
as yeah, well
'Cause-
as it is now.
yeah,
So it's like you're learning stuff and you can be a craftsman and all that kind of stuff. And then we release it. Yeah,
yeah,
another time maybe.
yeah. Because
I
we
don't know.
can get like, because effectively we're playing with runic magic is where we're at right now, and how that's going to incorporate,
Right.
and it's got its own health pool that it has to play with.
So a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're working on. So
And so we have that, and then we also have the big announcement that we've been working on is the Lost in the Woods. We've talked about that as being like the humans' conflict resolution game,
yeah.
and so we are in the process of finalizing it so that it can be playable on its own or as a companion to your role playing game.
Yep. So and it's mostly ready. This one, uniquely to the Fall of Savarion, this one you'll be able to play online. So John is actually working on an online version of it. We have it prototyped right now, so that we have like all of the pieces and we can play it and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's fun.
Oh yeah, it's a quick game.
Um,
It's simpler.
15 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, heck, my 7-year-old understands the game, can play the game, and gets excited about the game.
Yeah.
So
So
it's a big deal.
so I think seven's the youngest we've trialed it, but we have two 7-year-olds that have played it.
And we'll get a couple because we want to see. I want to try. Like, it should be like a 6 and up game, is what I'm thinking. I want to take it down a notch. I think it has the simplicity to actually appeal to younger generation as well.
I
The
don't know
ones
why 6-year-old.
I don't know, 6 to 10, or just 6 and up seems to
6
be
and up.
the industry standard. Because once you hit 7, it's
6 to 99. If you're 100 years old,
yeah. Sorry, 100 years old, hard no.
so
You got to be able to see the tiles.
gotta
It's bad. I'm so sorry.
no,
Uh,
we can do 6 up.
yep. So we're gonna take some time and play test it, make sure it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it'll be good. I'm so excited to see that. We're gonna do Kickstarter, I think, again to try and fund this out, but in a very different manner. It's also gonna be a smaller,
Excuse me. Sorry.
and grandparents also like it. That's fair.
Yeah, we've trialed it all the way from grandparents to seven to what 765,
Yeah.
something like that.
So don't pay it, like don't worry. The details on the video are also going to change as we go. We got caught up in the building and forgot to make the changes ready to go for the video.
Whoops.
So yeah, we'll go Kickstarter again this time around with a smarter play. We learned a lot from the first time out. We learned a lot of the mistakes that we made in
Yeah.
comparison to a lot of the other projects that were out there.
Well, then the game's gonna be cheaper, easier
Yeah.
to play. Like Savarion, I think the Fall of Savarion is a fantastically fun game to play. It's so much fun, and obviously I'm a little biased, but I like it. Um,
I
but
mean, heck, Corbin made it when it was Corbin's brainchild when he
yeah,
was
Lost
young.
in the Woods was Corbin's when he was 7. He invented it, but yeah, it's easier to play, it's quicker to play, and it's cheaper to play. So we're going with a game that's a little more of a easy to
Easy to master or easy to play. Hard.
easy to get into.
Yeah, easy.
So, because Savarion, the Fall of Savarion requires like 6 hours to play, and while I think it's a fun 6 hours, and I mean most people sit down and watch a football game every Sunday for that long, so
And
I don't see why it's weird. but
we're also talking about a game where people who've played it talk about it for weeks and weeks and weeks after.
oh yeah,
It's not something that I've ever seen that like we play a lot of board games and
we
and
don't talk about that one.
yeah, no, it doesn't. You don't get past the game night itself.
So we're introducing Lost in the Woods. We're gonna have it's basically an easier to get into game to help funding, and then hopefully that will help push Savarion forward,
Absolutely.
and the role playing game hopefully will push that forward as
Oh yeah, and
well.
I mean the books are coming along. Um, they're it's been really good doing the podcast has helped to bring more color to the world and it gives me more material to work with as I'm writing. So the books
Grass
will
is orange. I'm just kidding.
No, but our sky is different colors. Yeah. We have a blue sun and
A blue and yellow sun.
yeah, blue and yellow sun. So the color of the sky is different depending on which sun is imposed. Um and we're going to get our grass is currently not colored. It just reflects the color of the sun. Oh no, we have to fix that. It needs a color. How much different do we want to go?
I don't know.
Tell you what, for people who want to pop on here and give us some ideas, well, we'll take those into consideration. If you tell us you want puke green grass, then whatever, we'll go that route. But potentially, so yeah, you put in your suggestions in the comments, and we'll
Well, we
take
don't
a
really
peek.
have a grass.
We have a very common
We need
plant.
to add a grass.
Oh, we do. The ladies did when they built it. They added a grass.
Vlessy?
Yeah,
Oh, Vlessy is wheat.
is well, is Leslie wheat? I thought they added a common plant that was everywhere that was just grass. Because technically
Go
grass,
to Plains, Ian.
because we had the plains grass, the tall grass. Centrifus. Yeah, except
It's
that's
like gold
yeah. Okay,
in that picture. It doesn't have to be blue and yellow sun in one.
is that a blue and yellow sun in one place? Well, no. So they're
No, well, yeah.
oh
So,
yeah.
so the yellow sun is the big one,
The yellow one is the sun.
and then the blue sun like spins around it, like has a tight orbit around
Yeah,
it.
and so it changes the coloration. Yeah, and so you can get different sunsets, and it's also different because we're talking about a world where
Oh, they have names.
yes, they do.
We named them.
One is
Where did you name them?
in the book.
Of
The book.
oh, the orc book.
Yeah. Because one is it's Veritas, and I name it Veritas and Paribus.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Effectively, it's named after the gods that created the world. It's in the very late writings of it.
It's not allowing me to do that on that one.
To the pad.
I'll find it.
It'll happen.
What are we talking about other than that?
Parbulcus? I did not name it Parbulcus. uh, I think it was. Uh, Anyway, so yes, the celestial bodies will have names. Now it's going to be interesting because most celestial bodies in most stories are named after gods. Since we only have the two gods and only one of them is known, there would actually be calling the second son Veritas without actually realizing its origin. Just oh yeah, something we've always done. And then the moons will have names as well. So we'll have to add those in. Um, but I don't think that they would actually have a moon named after the great destroyer of the planet, the intended destroyer. That's a good question. So Ian suggested that we have one of the shattered moon be named after Vagog in some format, and I'm like, they really wouldn't. Iala would lose that fight 1,000%, trying to get the entire the entire populace of Savarion to call a moon after Vagog. Ugh, besides, the names would have been given later because I don't imagine when we had them built the gods themselves, Veritas Sanctus and Parbocon, didn't actually name the bodies. They wouldn't have given that. The people would have named them on their own. So it's entirely possible that those are just
We'll get it.
there. We'll find it.
We'll find it.
Um, but yeah, because we have the two suns and the three moons, and one of them being shattered,
Yeah.
it gets for very beautiful landscapes, but very hard to. Yeah, it's one. It like I said, having this done with the podcast and then going through and adding bones to the world and fleshing it out has been really good.
Yeah.
Um,
So in the picture, it's kind of a golden green.
yep, the grass is golden green. Yep, that's right. Because Sarah helped build the grass. That was her and Melissa had a lot of fun building flora and fauna for the world.
And they're not done yet.
Nope, not done yet. We're gonna get down and get to it and have some more fun. Give them some space when they have the chance and have them build some more. And then Ian's been working diligently as well, helping and learning and growing and building the talents. And he's doing a great job. He's also the guy behind the chair, doing a great job at that as well.
I don't feel like there's a ton to talk about, unfortunately. Ian, do you have any questions? Sarah, do you have any questions?
Because yeah, just keep your eyes peeled for the next Kickstarter campaign once we get it rolling. And the game we're thinking about is going to be available on Steam when the digital version of Lost in the Woods is going to be on the Steam store eventually.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Ian, is there anything you think we need to put out there for this town hall?
I don't think there's anything else. That was the big announcement: is we have Lost in the Woods. So we're not done. That was
We're not
the
done.
second. We're not giving up. Just because we didn't hit our goal does not mean we're done for.
Not giving up.
Nope. I feel like we need to rickroll everybody. That's a terrible idea. That's just mean. We're never gonna give it up. We're never gonna let you down.
I think as soon as more people start playing it, we'll have more people start playing it.
What? Novel concept. We are gonna do a lot more, so keep your eyes peeled for if you're in the Colorado state. Looking for game nights available where you can come out and showcase the. We're gonna showcase the game and have it more available to get your hands on it. We're also gonna be looking at doing circuits to go to different conventions and actually have the game being played there and building more connections. Our tattoo artist gave us some really good ideas.
Yeah.
He was an awesome guy. So we got tattoos and got a great connection in the process as well. So much appreciated, Frank.
Yeah.
If you're in
Make sure you do it in the right order.
Oh, that's
With
important.
the right
Yep.
color.
Right color and right order. We have them in order of creation.
Ian, on the YouTube channel itself, will you pull up the. I want to make sure it's. I think it is. Because
In the right
we've
order.
changed the order of the symbols a couple of times. And so I want to make sure that it's in the right order. Okay, so.
Yep.
Okay, so the banner on the
is-
YouTube channel from Dwendelvin is appropriate
That is the order of
for
creation.
So if you want a tattoo like we have,
It's gonna look so good.
it's shiny because it's still healing. We got it like 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, mine has been abused pretty aggressively by my family. They forget it's there. It's very. I loves them. They remind me that I'm still human. No. Oh. Oh yeah, this is my first tattoo ever, by the way.
It's
Yeah.
not mine.
I know it's not yours. So it's kind of fun.
I have 2 other tattoos.
Yeah. All right. I think that's pretty much it. So just
I
keep
think
your
so
eyes
too.
peeled. Oh.
It makes sense that the grass changes different shades of green. The sun positioning.
Ooh.
With the blue sun positioning, yeah, I agree.
So you'd have darker to lighter shades depending on timing. We're also talking about the fact that with, like I said, the weather being insane, you're gonna have nights of luminescence where
True.
there is no darkness. You're gonna have nights of pure darkness.
Yep. The centrifus changes colors.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So it would.
Hey, Ian, real quick before we go back to ChatGPT. Just curious what it says. We can change it whatever we want, but go back to ChatGPT real quick.
Here we go to chat.
No, ChatGPT. There you go. Type in If I have a yellow sun, comma, and a small blue sun
Ooh.
that revolves around it, how will the blue sun affect the colors I see? Around has one U and blue has one U.
That's okay. Leave it. Around.
The blue. Okay. All right, let's just out of curiosity. That's a fascinating and complex scenario.
Describing the binary star
Orbiting it, the
system.
color
Okay.
light you see on the planet. Okay. Sun emits blue sun much hotter, emits energy in blue. An ultraviolet range.
The result would not look blue or yellow, but kind of pale white to bluish white, depending on the sun's size and distance. Interesting.
Shadows might have strange tints. Okay, so color perception on the planet. That's what I was looking for. During the day, if both suns are in the sky, the ambient light would shift from bluer than on Earth. You might see two distinct shadows
That's true. You'd
with
have shadows
different
going in different
hues from the
directions.
shadows. Color objects would appear cooler, especially highlights, giving everything an icy glow or neon effect.
Oh my.
Sunrises and sunsets might be surreal. Deep orange from the yellow sun, or blue and violet hues from the blue sun mixing. Okay. I like that. That's
Yeah.
so it's like an icy or neon depending on where
Where the
the
blue is.
blue is in circulation, so it would change it to
Yeah. We're gonna have
yeah,
a
I
very
like it.
a very cool it's a cool looking place. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like when it's just
Ah.
the yellow sun, obviously the color spectrum would be exactly the same as ours.
I don't like tinnitus.
I don't either. It's annoying.
Sorry.
So yeah, it would be like if ooh, canon. Okay. If the yellow sun, so the blue sun is a really 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 slow orbit.
Yes.
So it's either out of the picture for a long time or it's in the picture for a long time. Like it's either tainting the color for like 3 or 4 days or it's not tainting the color for 3 or 4 days, right? If it's tainting the color, if it's not tainting the color, then our color spectrum is the same as ours.
Yep.
If the blue is
In view
in
of.
view, right, in any way, if it is covering the sun. So because it's an orbit, right? Think yeah, the little ball is outside of and then covers over,
Yeah.
right? If it's outside of the sun,
You have two shadows.
then you have two shadows and a neon
Effect.
effect. So it kind of turns all the colors almost a neon, almost as if you're like putting it under a neon light. Okay.
Black
If
light
it's in
effect.
front of, it makes everything an icy feel.
Yeah.
So think it's frosty, right?
So we'd have a deeper green blue
Yeah.
for
When
our
it's
grass.
directly over, so let's give it a week. It's on for a week. It's over for a week. It's on the side for half a week. On this side for half a week,
And then behind for a week.
and then behind for a week.
So that means it rotates. Well, we have 5 weeks in a month.
We have 4 weeks in a month.
4 weeks. Do we have 10 days? Each week is no, it's not 10 days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a week is 10 days.
week is 10 days. So it's a 30-day rotation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it throws it off. It's not in line with the monthly calendar.
Okay.
So it changes. So when it's outside of, for the 5 days on this side and the 5 days of this side, it's got a neon tint. When it's in front of for this 10 days, it's
Technically, be in front for 20 days because you're gonna have a period of time where 5 days it's on the side, and then it's rotating over an extra five
well, it would
days
be
before you.
neon,
And then once it starts
icy,
to move,
neon,
yeah. So
nothing.
you would have a 30-day period, or not, a 20-day period of icy, and then a 5 days of neon on either side.
No, you would have 10 days of icy. 5 days not.
Okay.
5 days neon, 10 days icy, 5 days.
So as it peaks around from the back end, and it it's
it would start to become neon,
and then it would take 5 days to go in front of,
and then hits in front,
and then
and then 10
lands for
days,
10 days around, and then has 5 days where it goes across the other side and then goes back. Okay.
and then goes back. For the one day, it's in the center. It has a black light field.
Oh, everything gonna glow. Is that what luminescence is?
Yes.
Technically. Now, since
Maybe.
luminescence
I
is
don't know.
no, because that makes no
No, it
sense.
would be the
because it's a
neon
weather
side.
pattern that does that, so it would
That's
be almost
true.
like flares of light going
Yeah.
off.
So for one day, every 30-day cycle, it's neon.
Okay, we're gonna have to write this down so we remember this
Write it
because
down, Ian. Cannon.
luminescence is when the moons are shining brighter than
Yeah.
and providing daylight effect almost, not quite
During the day.
during the night. Yeah,
Well, either one. Could be
and
either one.
yes, yeah, because luminescence happens. So it's like when the moons are glowing as bright as the sun. Holy heck, bananas! Is that really how we're doing that?
What?
Or luminescence more be?
Well, because it's not a ball.
What I'm
So
thinking
the
is,
moons would always be in sight.
but the moons glow with their own energy, not the sun's borrowed energy, because it's essence power that's glowing out of there.
Right. So sometimes they just glow brighter.
Yeah, so they just glow brighter. Or would that we actually had that be like an aurora borealis effect, where luminescence is just light waves in the atmosphere?
I like that.
That's better than actually having. Yeah, so that's what luminescence actually is. It's an aurora borealis effect.
Glowing fleck in the art. Is like flecks. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, yeah. So that's again.
Yes.
Welcome to the process behind the scenes. This is how we build
Colors. Colors.
Which is really sad we don't have Taylor here because color theory is one of her favorite things in the world.
I think that's cool the way ChatGPT designed that, though. I think we got it. So for 10 days, so for one day in the middle of the 10 days, which
it's blacklight effect,
would be what day 4.5 to day 5.5?
25 hours in a day. Half of that is spent in light, half that's in darkness, right? Or is it?
So would it be the 5th day? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 5 on the other side. So it would have to be this day.
Okay.
There's not a day there. So it would have to be day 5 and 6.
Day 5 or 6, depending on, yeah.
How about day 5 and 6 of it are blacklight?
2 days of blacklight.
Why not?
Okay.
I mean, if you grew up in this world and that's all you ever knew, it wouldn't be weird.
No, it'd be normal, and your eyes would be accustomed to it. You would
Right.
adjust and appropriate normally.
Yeah. Like you and I would think it was weird.
Well,
But
yeah.
if we grew up in that world and that's just
every
30 days there's 2 days of blacklight,
it would almost
it would be normal.
And then imagining like if you have never seen the suns because you lived in the swamps, that would be neon lights would be your normal anyways, fluorescent neon lights because
Neon and fluorescent. It would be weird to see natural light.
Yeah, natural
like the yellow sun without the blue in the way. That would be weird.
That would be unusual.
So,
and this also creates a whole dichotomy of superstition. We have a lot of fun with this now because it's like okay,
well, it could or just just is the way it is.
Well, I mean, no, there's always it's just how people like in general how we are like
how humans on Earth are.
Not just humans, but like
on Earth, it doesn't.
Mortals tend to have this viewpoint of celestial bodies have superstitions attached to them.
They don't have to though.
But it should, and it'd be fun because we're also talking about a world that needs holidays, events, personality, behavior. These are all things that will help improve that.
Yeah, but if it isn't solar related,
like getting married on a neon day would be a big deal, kind of deal.
On a blacklight day.
Sorry, like a blacklight day. Yeah, those would be like things that are sought after, and there'd be superstition around that. Like, oh, if we get married on a blacklight day, then our marriage is going to last longer, kind of deal. Those are the kind of things that would be incorporating with having this fun superstitious aspect to it.
Okay.
It creates fun perceptions.
All right.
Heck yeah. Anyway. All right. That's it. It's town hall. So yeah, again, if you're in Colorado, keep your eyes peeled for game nights. They'll be out and about. We'll be making some.
I like the Denver area.
Yeah.
Unless you want to come up from Pueblo.
I don't think
Fort
we're going.
Collins.
We are not going down to Pueblo.
No, but they could come up
That's
here.
fair, and we're not going out to Fort Collins either. Actually, that might not be a bad trip. It's a long trip. It's college town.
Maybe nobody knows
Which makes it better. Anyway,
that. All right.
yeah. So just keep your eyes peeled for that. Keep your eyes peeled for the Kickstarter. We'll make the big announcement when we decide to put Lost in the Woods on Kickstarter when it's ready. And keep
Thursday we're doing Lesparthia.
Thursday we're doing Lesparthia, and we're also going to be completing the role playing game. So we'll have that on the website that you can go to and download it from the website, and then we'll have a donations page, which always helps us. It's super appreciative. Donate money so we can keep working on it.
Yep.
That's yeah. So again, appreciate you guys popping in. Spread the word. Have fun. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get to building.